And we're back. All right, everybody. So, back and ready to get at it. I am. Some Yoda speak for you there. Um, what's coming up this week? Well, it is our sixth week, or our fifth and a half week, however you're counting from that January 8th start, but we're going to qualify it, at least for now, as week six. And if we have any extra time, we'll address that in the coming weeks. But I have a lot of grading to do. I will just be very blunt, candid, and frank with you there. What do I have to do? Well, next up on the list is your descriptive essays, keeping within the 2-week turnaround time. That will be first on the priorities there for grading. And I will tell you, I have you all. I have about, between the two blocks at SHS, about 40-ish students or so. So that's 40-ish 2 to 3 page essays to read and comment on and render a final rubric score. Now, in addition to that, simultaneously, I'm also going to be grading my in-person, face-to-face classes here in St. Augustine. And what you know it, those 3 classes all have essays of their own. That's 3 classes, which equals out to about 40. Not as many students in those 3. So roughly about, and I'm within the 2-week frame with them as well. This being the last of the 2 weeks, the week beginning tomorrow, the 10th. Recording this as per usual, Sunday, today, the 9th. So what that all means is I have 80 essays to grade. I'm going to try to do my best. You all are the priority. The remote online high school class, you guys are the priority. But it's not a signed in blood guarantee that I'm going to get every one of them turned around to you by week's end. Darn it, it won't be from lack of trying. Because, well, in my free time, not at my other job, not teaching, so those 2 things out of the way, what am I doing? I'm either in the library at the college here, or I'm here in my home office grading away. Okay, so hang tight, folks. It's all coming your way. I did return a lot. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, everyone who emailed me beginning last week, last Tuesday or Wednesday, when you started emailing me about topic ideas for your persuasive argumentative, which, by the way, that essay, the no research required version, is due by Sunday the 16th. Okay, but in any case, I turned around all of those, as in I signed off on your topic, asked you to reconsider it maybe, or maybe frame it in a different way. You know, if you didn't get a reply from the middle of last week through the end of last week, of course I wasn't here, check your emails, and you will have gotten a reply from me on the acceptability of topics. What are you doing for this paper? Well, if you're not relying on research, and you're not, you shouldn't, then you're relying on the classic rhetorical appeals. And you'll be relying on these too in the research version, but they are ethos, pathos, and logos. You guys have probably heard these Greek terms before, coined by Aristotle, student of Plato and teacher of Alexander the Great. Logos, from which we get the word logic, having to do with rationality, with objective truth. Okay, your capability to reason. Okay, this is all in the realm of logic. Okay, then there's ethos. We get the word ethic or ethics, ethical, from that word. A sense of character, credibility, and authority, and values. That is what ethos covers. Okay, so if a plumber is talking to you about he wants to operate on you on your heart, Okay, and you got a date with him. He hasn't revealed to you that he's a plumber until he gets the scalpel to operate on you. Hey, by the way, I'm a plumber. Okay, well, you might bring up that that is an error in ethos, you might say, as in you wouldn't trust this plumber to operate on you as a cardiovascular surgeon because that's not his qualifications. That's not his authority or credibility. He's a plumber, not a surgeon. Okay, so ethos has to do with the question, who are you to speak on this topic? Or who are you, in that example, to perform this particular task? Okay, ethos also has to do with values. Ethos is all over our foundational documents, Declaration of Independence, the Constitution. A lot of, as Americans, we believe, or some version of that, appealing to a sense of shared values. And then pathos, emotion. We get the word pathetic, sympathy, empathy from the word pathos. If somebody has a lot of pathos, or if you are feeling pathos towards this person, it means that this person is pulling on your heartstrings. You are identifying with him or her in a sense of sympathy. You care for this person. It's terrible, the hard lot that they're experiencing at this time, and as a human being, man, you feel for them. Okay, pathos. Now, it's my argument. If I had to write an argumentative essay, my topic might be, in today's American discourse, emotion reigns supreme. Okay, meaning, I mean, think about it. If I start crying to you all right now, or if you cry to your mom and dad, or you weave together some sob story about X, Y, or Z why you couldn't get in on time back at home by the curfew, or you couldn't get your assignment turned in, and you just break down. Well, I'm a pretty sensitive person, and I am very much affected by people's emotions. So you might start to persuade me, hey, maybe I should think about that deadline. Maybe give this person an extension. Okay, don't pull any fast ones with me, by the way. This is just for the sake of an example. But think about how often emotion is used today to get people to adopt a certain position or to take a certain action. Okay, feelings. Okay, today, and maybe it's always been this way, feelings are the most persuasive tactic you can use. Now, as an English teacher reading essays, academic papers, I don't want to see so much pathos. Sure, you could use it. You could use evocative, powerful, compelling language, for example, that pulls on the heartstrings, okay? You could use sad or human element stories. But if you start going too overboard with emotion, I'm going to ask myself, well, where's the reason here? To me, reason is the chief operator in terms of marshaling forth an argument. Anybody can carry on. Anybody can cry. Anybody can beat their chest and yell and scream, okay? But it takes a certain skill to order your argument in a logical fashion and appealing and using your character and credibility and authority, okay? Logos and ethos, to me, should be in the driver's seat. But today, I think pathos is in the driver's seat, and I think it's to our detriment. But I'm not telling you any ideas for my essay here. Just a little opinion there to maybe some food for thought. But in any case, you're not using data, hard data that you have researched from an outside source. Save that for the next paper, okay? Same topic, basically your same argument. All you're going to be doing on the next version in a couple of weeks is incorporating in your essay, transitioning between your argument to your source author's arguments or points of their arguments. So you'll be going into the Galileo databases in the next couple of weeks, looking up your topic and seeing what experts in the field are saying, cultural critics, professors, academics, sociologists, psychologists, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So you're kind of doing the scaffolding of this final paper with this paper, okay? It's kind of the bones, the structure is going to be in place, maybe a lot of the verbiage, maybe even a lot of procession of the words and paragraphs might be the same. Okay, you might just need to wrench in your research. Okay, remember, abstain from using the first person. I believe in the SCC exercises from last week, there's a little description there about how you could voice the same idea without making it so apparent that, hey, it's you, it's my opinion, my opinion, my opinion. Okay. Cheese is, I think cheese is the most delicious food ever. Well, how can I express that same idea, taking myself out of it? Use third person. Cheese is the most delicious food ever. That way it makes it so that everybody would sign on to my proposition. I've universalized it. I've taken it out of the realm of just me, subject, me, I, and put it out there in the world. Everybody should think that cheese is the most delicious food, because it is, as I've said in my little package there, my little mini argument about cheese. I guess I'm getting hungry. It's past breakfast time. But in any case, folks, that is what you're doing. Ethos, pathos, and logos. You could actually structure your essay according to that. Your 3 body paragraphs could be logos, ethos, pathos. You have your intro at the beginning. You have your conclusion at the end. That's the way to do it. 2 to 3 pages, same as per usual. I'll be getting those papers back to you this week. And there is a blog activity this week. Again, blogs are voluntary. We'll probably have one more blog opportunity. Each blog will give you about, say, 2 to 4 points on your final essay. So that's a letter grade change. Okay, so it does behoove you to participate in the blog. And this week's blog asks you to reflect and comment on the E.B. White and Bickman Nguyen, the Twinkies, and the Once More to the Lake descriptive pieces from a couple weeks ago. So after I get the grades done for the descriptives, then I'll be able to turn to your work that you did for this past week. That was the William Hazlitt, Jonathan Swift essays, the discussion forum, the SEC exercises there, and the journal. Okay, so I know what I got to do. I no fear. No fear in terms of, hey, has he forgotten about me? Now, some of you, if you turn in things late, or if you don't turn things into the Dropbox, that slows the operation up, man. That really gums up the works. I'll tell you that right now. Some of you, through no fault of your own, are having technical issues. There is an online support that you could reach. It's online help at gmtc.edu. There is also a number that you could call. Let's see if I can just bring back up my Blackboard here, because the number populates at the login. Yeah, if you're having issues, please contact Student Help Center at 866-983-4682. That's Monday through Friday, 7:45 through 4:15 Eastern Time. Okay, so if you are having problems, reach out to our team, and maybe it is a technical issue on your end at the school or with your own PC. So it could be a variety of things. But if you have an extenuating circumstance, you had to turn in something late, let me know. Now, being flooded as I am with student requests and submissions coming in left and right, sometimes I forget things. So please help me out here. Just kindly remind me, and I will be happy to revisit something that you had turned in a while ago and I had said, hey, yeah, I'll get to it. Just remind me and I will get to it. Okay, guys, so you know what you have this week. Your no research required version of your argumentative persuasive is due in the blog. Voluntary blog opportunity open this week as well. I am going to sign off with that. We are a little over 14 minutes in here. So have a great week, folks, and peace, love, and all that fun hippie stuff. Okay, bye-bye.